I guess one of the best things about giving an inspired talk is that I felt like, gee whiz, I don't have to prepare. There's no homework. As a matter of fact, I was talking with my wife this morning, who is not with me. She's somewhere else. And I told her, hey, I'm going to give a talk this morning at service, and I don't have anything prepared. And she immediately was like, well, I can send you different topics. And I said, no, 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 that defeats the whole purpose. This is my effort to provide to the community here an inspired talk, which means I want to share a message, a significant message I received from Spirit. But thanks just the same. I was feeling actually rather comfortable with giving this talk up until sometime this morning. Things shifted for me. And all of a sudden, I started feeling extremely nervous. And I thought, what is that about? What is nervousness about? Why am I feeling this way? And I feel that this is the talk for today, because I'm not the only one. I know I am not the only one who feels this nervousness here and there, especially when we embark on something new in our lives. And I want to just say this, that with nervousness, there can totally be a tendency to back away from something new in particular. Something maybe that we want to engage in, but we're not sure about the outcome, where we don't know the people involved. We're just frightened. And the message I want to share with us, all of us today, is that even if we're frightened, even if we don't know about outcomes of what we want to pursue, even if we don't know what we want to pursue because of our nervousness, that's all okay, and that to give yourself a chance. I want to share something. I just felt that this was inspired as well while I was waiting to give this talk. I happened to just fiddle around with my phone. I happened to just land on the Facebook page, and this message popped out, and I wanted to share it with you because I do feel it was from Spirit, and it is. I hope you know you're capable and brave and significant, even when it feels like you're not. One of the most significant time periods in my life with nerves and uncertainty and the unknown was many, many, many years ago, many, many moons ago, when I came out as a lesbian. I may have shared this with some of you already, so if so, I apologize. But that was a time when it wasn't all that common to come out. And in my background, to come out and proclaim to be something other than all my family members were, was not only nervous, but horrifying. The experience for me in that time period, when I finally went forward to allow myself to be myself, was as though I stepped off an airplane and now I'm flying through the air really, really fast. And I have a parachute on my back, but I can't quite find the parachute strings. And I managed to catch my breath. And finally, with a bit of whew, I find those strings and I pull them, and the parachute opened before I crashed. And I was able to start sailing to ground without answers, without knowing where I was going to land, still with nervousness. But I took that leap. And I have to tell you now, in hindsight, that had I not done that, I never, ever, ever would have been where I am today, who I am today. I don't even think I would ever have been here with all of you, because that challenge, that plunge I took, allowed me to break free, to break open, to really start being me. And because of that, it led me to so many other opportunities that I never imagined for myself. I never ever imagined for myself in my life, in how I grew up, that I would one day become a therapist. But because I came out as a lesbian, I had opportunities for the first time ever to engage in therapy. I had opportunities to interact with people who had been in therapy and so on and so forth. And it led me down an entirely new path. And I want to share that with all of you. If you have wants, if you have dreams, if you have hopes, and they don't have to be gigantic wants, dreams, and hopes, but things that you would like to engage in, give yourselves a chance. Take that risk. Maybe even consider the thoughts that are involved in taking that risk versus coming up with an immediate no, I can't do that. No, I won't do that. No, I'm too afraid. There's a lot of opportunity with nervousness and going into the unknown to grow. I'm not saying, though, I'm certainly not saying that you should say yes to every situation that comes your way. We have judgment, use your judgment. But if it's fear that's blocking you from what you would like to experience, then challenge that fear. Even one small movement at a time. Trust that you're not alone. Trust that you have loved ones with you in spirit here on earth. Trust that if you take that opportunity to grow, to go forward, to experience, that you have an amazing chance to meet others who could be significant others. And I don't mean just partners in life, I mean just meaningful people, your people, to enhance who you are, to let your soul sing, to go forward in your life here on earth, and to gain a sense of mastery. And the more perhaps that you can be more comfortable in nervousness. Maybe that sounds like an oxymoron, but growing in comfort that it's okay to take the risk, the more fulfilling the world around you and in your life it might be. Imagine if you knew every single thing in your world right now, every single person, every single thing about your world. I think at a certain point that might potentially become a bit stagnant feeling. But opening yourselves to new experiences and the unknown and new people, despite fear, despite second guessing, can really be quite exhilarating. I wanted to share also that my wife and I purchased a home in New Jersey. Now, I have lived in New York my entire life. I'm originally from Long Island. I've been living in Manhattan for a long time, not quite 40 years. And we're not really moving all that far away. I mean, we're in Manhattan and we are crossing over the Hudson River. And I'm already like, oh my gosh, I'll be living in New Jersey and like holding on to this, I'm a New Yorker identity. Quite frankly, that's how I made peace with it. How do I go about living in New Jersey? I'm a New Yorker. Well, I'll tell everyone I'm a New Yorker, so that will give me a sense of familiarity. Something about that feels a little bit like I need to hold on to a security blanket. It's okay for me to go to New Jersey. It's okay for me to expand my wings. I even thought the other day, my goodness, seriously, when I cross over like way beyond the Hudson River, when it's my turn to transition, am I going to tell everyone in spirit land that I'm a New Yorker? I'm far more than that. We're all far more than that. I just wish for all of you, and the message for all of us is to believe in ourselves, despite feeling nervous, despite not knowing, and to have a million dreams. Have a million dreams for yourself. Because if you have a million dreams for yourself and you give yourself a chance to live out some of those dreams, then you could add to those around you and to the world and expand your personal power through your awareness. So I'm going to close now just by sharing one more time. I hope you know you're capable and brave and significant, even when it feels like you're not. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.